Welcome to our last episode for 2013. On tonight's episode, I visit Ian and Judy's lush garden in Birkdale. I also visit Ormeau and have a chat about the Ormeau Bottle Tree. But first, let's go to Noel with Christmas ideas.
Hello and welcome back to Blooming in Brisbane. Today, I thought I'd have a quick chat to you about giving wonderful plants as great Christmas presents to everyone. You know, we love giving presents to like-minded gardeners. And of course, one of the easiest things to remember, of course, is are people going away on holidays or have they got enough time? And what about the people that are just getting into gardening? It's always advisable, I think, to possibly give plants that they can understand, they can easily care for to begin with, and then get them into the world of gardening. So I've picked a few interesting plants here today with a bit of a Christmas theme, with the hopes that possibly they can continue on in their world of gardening. Now, one of the easiest ones to give to people with this one here. This is the treasure fern or the Zamioculcas, and this is one of the easiest plants to give to anyone. It's a great house plant. It'll live in very low light conditions, and honestly, if anyone can kill this plant, they're never to ever touch a plant again. It is that easy to grow. It is one of the nicest. It's always green. It's very, very pretty, and it really does spark up a dull corner in the yard or in the home as well. It can be grown in the garden, underneath trees, in the shade as well, but it's lovely in pots, especially inside a home. Now, harking back to some of the old-fashioned days of gardening and indoor plant care, we used to have the old spider plant as something that everyone used to have in their homes. And I still love this plant. This is the Chlorophytum. It still has proven its worth today as being one of the most reliable potted plants that anybody can grow. I remember as a young child, I used to take little pieces off and strike them into jars of water, and they would just simply grow, or it seemed to simply grow, on the windowsill. And that's what can still happen today. So if you're giving something for a young child or maybe a teenager to brighten up their bedroom, this is really one of the best plants anybody could have. They look fantastic in bathrooms, in hanging baskets, and all over the place, especially if they're not in too much sun. But the Chlorophytum, or the spider plant, one of the best plants anybody could give. Now, if you like a bit of colour, and we all do, and if you want something that really is going to capture the imagination of a lot of budding gardening enthusiasts, how about something like this Guzmania? You know, bromeliads come in a whole range of different colours and sizes and textures, and they have grown in such immense popularity over recent times that really it's difficult to walk past something like this when it's in flower at your local nursery. Guzmanias and all bromeliads, when they're in flower, hold their flowers for a very, very long period of time, making them a really amazing plant to bring inside the house to add a gorgeous bright spark of colour, especially at Christmas time, in colours of red and orange and gold. There's a whole range of different colours, so look out for some of these. They really are easy care plants. All they need is possibly a little bit of water at their base every now and then, not too much, and that's enough to keep them going. Again, tolerant of low light conditions, so they don't need lots of sun at all, making them perfect indoor plants. One of the oldest indoor plants in cultivation that I'm aware of is this one here. Now, some of you may know this under its common name, which is called the cast iron plant, but this particular plant, or the Aspidistra, has been grown since early Victorian times in many, many homes in dingy, dark corners, and if it can survive those conditions, I'm sure it can survive anyone's home in neglect. Remember, when people go away on holidays, they often go away for a few weeks at a time, so we need plants that can care for themselves and continue to look good even after we've come back from our holidays. And the Aspidistra is one of those plants. Big green leaves, lovely and lush, a little on the slow side to grow, but that makes it worthwhile keeping in a pot in a lovely corner of the house or the bedroom. Now, for those of you who like a bit of spice in your life, or maybe you're feeling a little chilly this Christmas, how about considering something like these beautiful fruiting chilies to give as a gift? Why not put it into a lovely bright coloured pot such as this one here, and you've got these beautiful red fruit and also orange fruit and gold fruit that you can use as table centres, but these love the heat. So chilies are very, very tough plants, easily to use in the kitchen as well, so wonderful in lots of Thai or Asian food. Now, we've talked about this as a plant of the week before, but really I have to go back to it because it is truly one of the best plants to give somebody who likes a bit of softness and delicacy. So this is your Diamond Frost Euphorbia, and is absolutely beautiful. It is released under a few different names these days, but this particular form is a very, very tried and tested one. It grows to about 1 metre tall. You can keep it a little smaller if you wanted to, but it loves the full sun, so fantastic for those hot exposed gardens. This is a really great plant to have with a little bit of fine tracery around the other plants as well. Now, last but not least is the olive tree. You know, olive trees would have to be completely steeped in history and have a very strong relationship with Christmas, and of course, for those religious-minded people, with Jesus, because it was said to be the last tree that Jesus sat under in the Garden of Gethsemane. So, of course, olives have a wonderful meaning for Christmas. They mean peace and love and joy. So it is a wonderful thing to give to somebody. If you really want to give the gift of peace to someone this Christmas, the olive tree is certainly worthwhile considering. They are trees, they can grow into a decent size, but they are quite reliable. They're evergreen. Just don't plant them too close to paving and pathways, as their buttress roots may want to lift them up in time, but they are beautiful, they're untroubled by pests or diseases, and they really are something worthwhile having in every garden. And I hope you all can enjoy a wonderful Christmas this season.